URT. This is the URT. We are the URT. You are the URT. Welcome to the URT. How are we doing the URT? Big up. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. Listen, it said AM. I changed it to PM. Big up to everybody, though. Big up to Jamie Wayne. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me clearly? Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. Love and light to you all, people. Love and light to you all. Welcome. We're live. We live. Late night preview. Chelsea. No, Chelsea. Used to be Chelsea, but now they're just normal Chelsea. Late night review. Late night review, people. Let's see if this works. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me still? Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2 testing microphone checker. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me, people? Hello. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up, you can hear me. Love. You can hear me, man. Big up the Kushite Army. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Welcome, people. Chelsea preview. Yeah. We're playing them today, aren't we? Today. Well, tomorrow. In about, tomorrow evening, we're playing Chelsea. And it's going to be very interesting. 8:15 tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. I'll have you know. Very interesting game. Aamorims, a lot of people talking about, a lot of people, media talking about Aamorims if he loses this final on Wednesday, what his future is at Manchester United. Some people are speculating he might even walk away himself if he loses on Wednesday, which is going to be very interesting. Where can the squad go? Where can Aamorims go if they lose on Wednesday? And is it unfair to judge them over one game, the result on one game, the whole season defining just of one game? Do you think that's a healthy way to look at football? Or do we think actually they've been crap all this season? There's still 2 league games to go. Try and win those 2 league games. Try to finish respectfully. Because somebody like me, I've not given up on the Premier League. Premier League's my bread and butter, so I don't know how the fans have been brainwashed into thinking that you write off the season and the league games. Nah, I'm not really for that. I'm genuinely not for that. I don't fall for the okie doke. I think Chelsea is still a big game tomorrow. Don't matter where we are in the table, still a big game. Villa on Sunday will be a huge game. So we know what you are. We know what you are. You teething. We know what you are. Glazers, mate. Glazers robbing Manchester United blind, mate. Blind. Yeah. It's crazy. Next Sunday, 25th of May. That's the end of the season, isn't it? But so I'm still saying what's happening. Big up. Just play the youngsters, Aamorims. Don't fucking dare start your main players. But this is where I actually don't. I really disagree, Sheikh Harian. I really disagree. Players get injured. We just got to take what you have to take. Because to play, how many days? So tomorrow. How many days till the final? Is it 4 days before the final? So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So like 5 days. It's 5 days till the final. So for me, I think playing a game, being warm in that competitive mindset is really important. I don't really believe in resting because, for the League Cup, when I'm not asked about the League Cup, if I'm not asked about Europa League, but for me, the Premier League is important. And I don't know what miraculously is going to change in what's going to change in 4 months' time. Like, genuinely don't know what's going to really change in 4 months' time or 3.5 months' time in the Premier League. So yeah, I find it really, really difficult for people to completely write off this conditioning that we've all been had, that we're going to write off the Premier League. I'm not doing that. I never liked it when Jose did that. I didn't like it when Jose did that. We need to look at why our players get injured. Why are players so feeble? Why do they get injured? Why? Why are they? Why are they? What's happening? Is it a diet? Is that what they're eating? Is it the injury and rehab department that we've talked about? How many years? Is it to do with that? Well, why are they getting so many injuries? That's the question. That's a valid question that people need to ask and people need to answer. But it is what it is, people. But I really do not want. If that was to help a coach, yeah. If that's to help the coach, yeah. That's why I was like, get out the Europa. I was trying to tell Aamorims to get out the Europa, get the hell out of it. Because for me, if Manchester United win it, it's still papering over the cracks. Still papering over the cracks. And we could be incredibly embarrassed in next season's Champions League. Like, embarrassed. I'm talking about really embarrassed. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, people. It is what it is for me. I just see it differently. And you know me, I'm not shy or not pointing out my I point it out all the time. What I think and what I believe. I will never be brainwashing to writing off a Premier League. I think the club wrote the season off. They're not getting Wharton. Are you taking the piss? Manchester United is not that football club anymore. We're not that football club where we can be in the market for a player like Wharton. They would want 60 to 70 million. Then Manchester United, the Glazers and the Glazers and Ineos are not going to pay that money to get a player. Instead of they're making cuts in the football club, they're not even paying for the staff to go there. So yeah, I don't know why people think all of this is a mirage. All of this is part of the PR bullshit. But yeah, let's get into Chelsea. Actually, let me have a look at the table. Let me have a look at the table, actually. Let's have a look at the table. Let's see where we are, where Chelsea are. Let's be having you people. Let's have a look at where Chelsea are and where we are. Let's have a look at that. Where are we? Where are they? Yeah, Chelsea are fifth in this moment. They're in a Champions League position. Fifth getting Champions League this year, apparently due to co-efficiency in the Premier League. And Manchester United are 16th. So 11 places behind Chelsea. They've got 63 points. We have 39 points. The 39, that magical 39, Manchester United are on. And Spurs, who were playing on the final, are 17th with 38. We've conceded. Look at this. The goals we conceded. That's crazy. Us and Spurs are like almost identical. 59 because we conceded 53. We're minus, but look they scored. They scored over 21 goals more. They've scored, Spurs. 21 goals more they've scored. They're plus 4 goal difference. We're minus 11 goal difference. And this is where Chelsea are. Chelsea here, 62 goals for, 43 against. 19 goal difference. So yeah. This is where we're at, people. This is where we're at. They're fifth. They're competing for the Champions League. They're on exactly the same points, but they've got better goal difference than Villa and Nottingham Forest. So they score goals. So this is who we're playing against. And it's going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Just to give you a little bit about the game. Yeah, maybe. If you sold, yeah, you could rebuild the squad if Bruno was sold to Saudi, yeah. Yeah, the Glazers and Ineos, my friend. Do not leave Ineos out as well. Jim Glazer. Jim and the Glazers have F the football club. But yeah, let's get into the Chelsea preview. Chelsea have won just one of their last 14 Premier League games against Manchester United, drawing 8, losing 5. Thought it was a 4-3 victory in exact things to last season. That's when they beat us. I mean, I'll never forget that, what happened there last season. All they had to do is defend that short corner. And we conceded 2 goals in crazy time. Manchester United have won just one of their last 11 Premier League games away against Chelsea, drawing 5, losing 5. A 2-0 victory in February 2020 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's the last time we won there, I think. 2020. There's just second. This is just the second ever Premier League meeting between Chelsea and Manchester United on Friday, following a 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge in 2002. Basically, 2002. Chelsea have made the most draw fixtures. Chelsea versus Manchester United is the most drawn fixture in Premier League history, 27. The reverse fixture at Old Trafford this season finished 1-1, both meetings between the sides finishing level on 7 previous campaigns. In 1998, 99, 2000, 2001, 2006, 07, 2015, 16, 2018, 2019, 2021, 28. Yeah. So, yeah, we always draw. Chelsea haven't lost their final home league game in any of their last 22 seasons, winning 15, drawing 7, since a 3-1 defeat to Aston Villa in 2001-02. Manchester United have won their final league game in 4 of the last 5 seasons, losing 1. However, they are winless in 7 with their final match on the road. It's our London side, drawing 3, losing 4. Chelsea are unbeaten in all 9 Premier League games so far, 2025, winning 7, drawing 2. And the Blues have earned just the most, have earned joint most points, 23, and conceded the fewest goals, 7, at home of any Premier League side this calendar year. Defensively, they're getting it right. Manchester United are winless in their last 7 Premier League games, drawing 2, losing 5, since winning 3-0 at Leicester in March. They last had a longer run without a league victory between December 89 and February 1990. Cole Palmer scored 4 goals in 3 Premier League games against Manchester United for Chelsea, including a hat-trick in the exact last season. No Blues player has scored more against the Red Devils in a competition than Eder Gudjonsson, 4. Only Mohamed Salah, 53, has been involved in more goals than Bruno Fernandes, 33, 36 goals, 19 goals, 17. This is all competition among the Premier League players this season. However, less than half of these have come in the Premier League, 78 goals and 9 assists. So yeah, there you go, people. Chelsea, there you have it. There you have it. Yeah. Getting kicked off, man. Getting kicked off my own show. What's going on? Yes, during the time United have already won the league in 6 occasions. Yeah, big up. Big up everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Let me just see where we are with the channel. Where are we with the channel? Oh, we are 100, yeah, 160 away from 160 subscribers away. So please, people, please smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, big up, man. Big up, Mr. MB. Big up to you. I thought Ineos locked off the stream. Yeah, exactly. 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 But yeah, this is where we are, people. Tomorrow night, 8:15, Chelsea versus Manchester United. Last season, they beat us 4-3. Remember that famous, famous game at the Bridge. We were winning, if I'm not mistaken, and then they scored 3 goals or 2 goals in quick successions. And yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible to watch, especially a Manchester United fan scoring against us. Cole Palmer, yeah, Cole Palmer scoring a brilliant goals against us. But I'll never forget the way McTominay and who else, I think somebody was sleeping when they took that short corner. That will live in the memory, just like what the F is going on here. No, I'm not the manager in or out. I'm not. I don't really get involved in that. I told people about Ten Hag quite early on, and I was saying Eric Ten Hag wasn't the guy. The football wasn't sustainable. I think I'm getting a similar feeling, and I've explained it more than once, that I don't blame Aamorims. I blame the people who brought him here. Everybody and their nan can see the players we have are not compatible to play modern football. They're compatible to playing counter-attack football. And they bought a guy who's got a specific system and is similar to Ten Hag. Ten Hag had a specific system, but the players we had could not play that system. And then yet again, 2 coaches that come from 2 different leagues that play totally, and they did amazing things in those leagues, but they had totally different level of physicality and technical players and whatever that, and the league, those players that fit is suited that league. And Manchester United and the Premier League, it's a totally different beast. We're marketed as this great Manchester United. We're just that in name. In reality, we're not. We're a club that's been ruined by Glazers, and in the past year, nearly year and a half, by the Ineos. So now we've got, to me, to you, clowns, running Manchester United. And that's why we are where we are. So, no, I feel really sorry for him. And I just watched an interview today with Bruno, and it's exactly the same thing I said. He's never managed in the Premier League. And apparently, after the first game, Ipswich, he said to Bruno, I didn't know that teams at the bottom of the league will try this hard against us. And Bruno's like, welcome to the Premier League. And that Bruno let that out, let the cat out of the bag. But we knew that. I knew that. And I was telling people, Aamorims does not know these players, does not know this league. And all is being found out because the system is trying to still. Majority of these players cannot play high intensity physical football for 90 minutes in and out. They can't. They can't even do it for a half. So the idea of Aamorims trying to instill this style of play with players who've got zero physicality, zero intensity, and zero technical ability, you're going to get that. You're going to get what you got this season. So I'm not shocked, neither am I surprised. I actually predicted it. I said he vacates the midfield. I made videos on this channel. I said Aamorims vacates the midfield. And to me, we knew what kind of season we were going to have. When in January, the club allowed Anthony and Rashford to leave and didn't support him. And he come out and said, we could have done something in January, but we decided not to. So for me, how can I be Aamorims in and Aamorims out, knowing the context? How? No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. Freedom. Wow. Yeah, big up. I've not seen that. For Manchester United, for me, it's up to the fans. It's how much the fans want it. It's how much the fans. Can the fans empty the stadium? Can we stay outside, go in and come out at a certain time, or leave the stadium? Can we do that? One half of a game, go in for the first half and come out for the second half, empty seats. Can we do that? That's the thing. You need to do something like they did. They stopped the match in a peaceful way, civil disobedience in the stadium to stop a football game. Did they? Would they do that? No. Fans don't care. Fans are divided. Fans think, you know, Ineos are gonna pull it out of the bag. Glazers are gonna create something. Even though year after year in the last 20 years we've been getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah. But this is what I'm talking about. Modern football is quite different. Even then, to be fair, they had a different system. One thing about Matt Busby told the players, he always told them like to go and express themselves. And to be a Manchester United player should always be able to express themselves on the football pitch. Yeah, man, big up. Hold tight, Giddy Army, wherever you are. Yeah, man, welcome, man. Big up to you, Zid. Um, fans have experienced. Fans thought he was an experienced manager because he won the leagues, but no, he's not an experienced. No, he's not. He's not. But tell me what you think about Chelsea on tomorrow, because I am not giving up on the Premier League, and for me, I'm not being brainwashed to forgetting about what the Premier League is. So tell me what do you think the score is going to be? Get your score predictions in. I think we're going to get beat comfortably 3-1, maybe even before 1. Chelsea are going for this Champions League. They have to. They spent a lot of money. So tomorrow they're coming out. They will be coming out guns blazing, and I expect them to win 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, maybe even more comfortably. What do you guys think? I think Manchester United should be competitive. I think you can't go into a final cold and, think you can turn off a tap. You can turn it on and off. I really don't believe in that. So I would want Manchester United. I think the most we can get is get a draw there, maybe 2-2, 1-1, a score draw. But I think Chelsea are going to come out fighting, and I hope that we can match them. I really think that we can match them. Like I said, no other game in Premier League history has had more draws than this game. Yeah, I mean, to me, I wouldn't rotate it too much because 5 days without a game, that's a bit too long. Players can get cold in that sense, me personally. So I would play, other than everybody who's a risk of injury, I'll play the rest. Yeah. People who are nursing injuries then shouldn't play. Yeah. Well, because you know the players you have does not fit in his system. That's when you do this. But they didn't do it. They should have signed 3 players for him, or even 4 in January, and they should have bought maybe 5 in the summer. But they didn't. So Man City spent 200 million, and they're willing to spend another 200 million in the summer. Yeah. No, because Bruno tells you he's a Superman and he doesn't need a rest. So yeah, he might get upset. Nuruddin, there's something exciting I got to tell you. I met a king today here in Brentford. He came and shook his hand twice, spoke to me. It was the best moments in my life. I got a video. The king. What king? Who was the king? Big up to the king, whoever the king is. Big up to that person. The king of England. Prince King Prince Charles, I mean. Wow. Wow. Look at you with the royalty. Hey, how was it? How was the conversation? Did have a nice conversation? Oh, okay. In Bradford, okay. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Sheikh Harian. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to you and always love. He asked us about shouldn't we be in college? How did exams go and all sorts? Oh, interesting. That's nice of him. Yeah, big up. Big up to you. I'm not a big fan of the royal family. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if he brought you joy, I'm happy for you. If he brought you joy, I'm not a big fan of them. Yeah. But if they were nice, yeah, that's all that matters. No, I believe you. I don't need to see a video. I believe you. I don't believe in kings and queens and all of that business. I genuinely don't. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, he has been the saviour in the last couple of months, especially in the Europa League. So we've got to at least acknowledge that he's found some form in the last 3-4 months, like Casemiro's found some form. But it's still difficult, isn't it? It's still difficult for me because do I genuinely believe Manchester United are going to win a league title with Bruno Fernandes or any of these players? No, I don't. For that, you need proper you need a proper team to compete. You need 5 or 6 players who can, on their day, could be match winners, not just one. I think Bruno has been a match winner in the past 3 to 4 months. But yeah. No, McTominay is not on loan. He's got his permanent Android device. He's permanently sold to Napoli. But anyway, people, let's get into the other topic, people. Let's get into the other topic. Lot of people, lot of speculation in Manchester, in and around the word on the street. Even though the Ineos and that have come out and said he's not going anywhere, whatever. A lot of people thinking he might walk or he might be sacked if he loses this final on Wednesday. What do you guys think? Do you believe that? Do you think Aamorims will be sacked? Do you think Aamorims will walk if he lost the game on Wednesday? What do you guys think? And do you think, how much do you think the Europa League, if we win it, would be papering over the cracks? Yeah, 100%. You believe that? They will give him time? Okay, interesting. A lot of people think that he'll be gone. I believe we don't deserve anything, only suffering. Okay, why do you believe that? And rinse and repeat the process. Is that what you want, Ramo? I can see that. I understand what you're saying there. Ineos and Glazers can repeat the process. But how much would it paper over the cracks if you're not clearing out at least 8 to 9 players and bringing in 7 or 8, 9 players? Big up, Zed. I really think Manchester United are not in the market to sign world-class players. I really think that whether they win the Europa League or not, I genuinely don't believe that. I really, I wish it was true what you were saying was true, but I don't think so. Well, even if he wins, Dave Smith has gone hard saying that he needs to be sacked. People, can you please, how many likes we got on the video? Can you please check? Ramo, Zed, can you check? Can you let the people know to like the video? Appreciate you. Because we only steal games. We rarely win games. We deserve to win. Yeah, but sometimes it's not what you deserve in it. It's how much you hustle in the game. That's what it is, to be fair. Yeah. But people, Amorim, where do you stand on Amorim? Yeah, let me know what you think about Amorim, genuinely. What do you guys think about Amorim? Fans will write letters to keep him. Is that what you believe? Sack him regardless. Bring Ariola or Thomas Frank. Okay, Ramo. Sack him regardless. But do you think it's his fault? Why would he sack him? Do you think it's his fault, or do you think it's the people who bought him here? Genuine. That's a genuine question. What do you think should happen to the people who bought him here? Genuinely, what do you think the people who bought him here? Do you think he bought himself here? They spent 12 million to get him out of a contract at Sporting Lisbon. Mid-season, beginning of the season. They bought him here, understanding that the players that we have are not compatible to play man for man, not compatible to play in his system. His system's not 5. It's not 3-4-3. It's 5. We play with 5. 5-2-3. That's what Manchester United play. Yeah. I genuinely do not blame him, because he didn't know the players. He didn't do the research. He didn't understand the league. He's young and inexperienced manager. And I genuinely, yeah, I think the people, to me, I would be sacking the people who bought him here, me personally, before I would sack Amorim. Yeah. What would I do if we win? I do nothing. I've never celebrated the League Cup, and I've never celebrated the Europa League. I've celebrated FA Cups, league titles, and Champions League. I have never gone out. And usually, when Manchester United win a trophy, whether it's the FA Cup, a league title, or Champions League, I go out. I would go out, make sure, food, and be with United fans, friends of my United fans. We go out dancing, celebrating, just having a great time. But I won't be going out on Wednesday night. No fucking way. Win, lose, or draw. I will not be going out. Because I've never celebrated a Europa League win. Never in my life. I've been in the city and I've lived in Manchester when we won the 13 league titles. When we won the 2 Champions Leagues. When we won how many FA Cups? I can't count. So many FA Cups. I've celebrated. I've gone out and celebrated. But I've never celebrated the League Cup. I remember one season we lost a game to Liverpool. I didn't even feel anything. I wasn't even gutted. I didn't feel jack. Michael Owen, I think, scored against us one time when we played Liverpool in the League Cup final. So, yeah, for me, I look at the raw things and I look at the reality, and I think 3.5 months' time, if Manchester United are not signing 6, 7 world-class players, we ain't getting back to the road to get back to the top half of the table is going to be long. The road is long. It's a long, long road, people. Long way to get back. I don't think Ineos know what they're doing. They're very incompetent. The Glazers don't know what they're doing. And I think Omar Barada, Jason, they're all out of their depth. I genuinely think that. They're out of their depth for bringing this guy. And I don't know what they expected. I really don't know what they expected. I genuinely do not know what these people have expected. So, yeah, I think he's under pressure if he loses. But under Mourinho, when he was at United, what do you mean he didn't know? You know, he came to study. He don't know the league. And that was a long time ago. He came to do, he was learning how to be a coach. He was doing his B license, UEFA A and B license. He just tried to complete a course, doing all the coursework. Nuruddin, of course, is fault. He came for the money knowing that the system was trash and it wouldn't work in the Prem. And yeah, showing rubbish game tactics. If he loses the final, he must be sacked ASAP. Okay, that's how you feel. I blame Aamorims Ineos. I blame Aamorims Ineos for bringing him and not sacking Ten Hag at the start of the season. Yeah, totally. For me, I just put it into context. Everything is contextual, people. Contextual. Everything is contextual. Everything is contextual. So, yeah. Obvious context. I really hope he doesn't go to penalties. Gosh, it's horrible. Our record on penalties is shit anyway. You're only good as your last penalty shootout. And our last penalty shootout was shit against Fulham. Onana can't save shit to save his life. Now, we won the Super Cup, yeah, in 1990, 92 or 91. Man United won the Super Cup. Yeah. Oh, the European Super Cup. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. Yeah, we lost to Zenit St. Petersburg. Is that true? Big up Daniel. Yeah, it was the A and B license. Yeah. Ineos are frauds. Yeah. Nora, do you think Aamorims stays if you lose the final? We don't want to hear. We won't, but I just want to hear your thoughts. Nora, do you think Aamorims stays if you lose the final? If I was him, I'd try to rebuild his reputation and get away from Manchester United. If I was him, I wouldn't. I would just walk away. I'd walk away. Genuinely would. If I was him, I would walk away. He could have 2 cups. What's the other cup? Somebody remind me what the other cup is. But even with a bad spine, should Ruben be allowed to be this bad? But I don't blame him. It's the people who wrote off the season. He said in an interview, he came out, Tony, he came out and he basically said, the club have said, I need to begin the work now. That means we're going through a storm. Rashford and Anthony would have helped this plus Scott. Yeah, but they're not here. Nuruddin, Inzaghi, De Zerbi, who would you go for in the summer? I wouldn't go for those. I wouldn't go for Inzaghi. Inzaghi is the guy you get when you want a challenge, when you've built, when you've got really good footballers that can play modern football, who are technical and physical. I like De Zerbi. I just want somebody who can play good football. De Zerbi will not be the guy to win Manchester United big trophies, get them competing. That's up to the owners. It's not up to the coaches. So I wanted someone like De Zerbi to play just good football. I just thought I want to go to Old Trafford and watch decent football. I want to go and watch good football at Manchester United. That's what I'm interested. Areola is another coach. I really like Areola. Thomas Frank, I don't know. I don't know. I know that his team's very effective, but do I want that level of effectiveness or do I want some good football? I prefer Areola and De Zerbi to Thomas Frank. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I think they play good football. And that's what I want, because I know Manchester United are not going to win any league or Champions League anytime soon. We're not. We don't have the players. We're not run like we are going to be able to win those and compete for the big trophies. We're nowhere near. You know, if it wasn't for Ipswich, Southampton and Leicester being terrible, we'd be in a relegation fight, which I think is the only time Glazers and Ineos will fuck off. Me personally, that's my only hope. It's that if we get relegated next season, they might go. And I do genuinely think that I'd rather them go than have mid to bottom table mediocre for the next 10 years. Yeah. I don't think Manchester United need these big superstar coaches. I think we need a coach who's just here to lay down the fundamentals. First, get the team playing well, and then really coaching the players and try to get the best out of the players that we have. That's what I need. For me, the football is the most important thing. The song, we've seen it all, we won a lot. It's about the likes of me and my generation, because we have seen it. We've won all of it. So that's what I would be more concerned about, is that we need somebody to come and stabilize the football club, and do that by making the connection with the fans to the players. It's by playing good, attractive football. Win, lose or draw. What work is he doing though? Nothing has improved. He keeps losing. He won't get 11 players. So let these players. So a lot of these players will still be here next season. He's not in. He's not Premier League level manager. Yeah, you can have that. On the evidence, Manchester United keep getting smashed, and we're playing 5 at a fucking back. So yeah, I'm not arguing against what you're saying, stuff, but I don't believe it's him. The problem is him. It's the people who bought him here. Ruben Aamorims did not buy himself 12 million to come to Manchester United. People made that decision. I hope, Daniel, I really hope he does. Iraola are the only ones that play good football, and they're realistic and actually get as a manager. Yeah, but Zerbi said no to us last summer. He said no to us, didn't he? Apparently he did, yeah. Carrick can do what Ollie did for us. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. To be fair, I've not watched the type of football that Middlesbrough play in the Championship. I've not watched them. No, for me, it's clear to me by their actions in January that they have zero plan. They don't have a plan at all. Aamorims knew everything before he came. He's not innocent. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not. I came here on Sunday after what happened to us, West Ham, and I was like, I want him, the owners, the board, all of them to all F off. Of course, in-game management, these times of substitution, the way he sets the team up structurally, is very dysfunctional. But the players that we've got can only play counter-attacking football. I don't blame him on that. I don't. And they bought 2 kids in January from Aiden Heaven and Dogu. So yeah. No, I don't want Southgate anywhere near my football club, mate. No thanks. No, thank you. Big up Stephanie. Big up everybody. Please keep smashing a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. But yeah, a lot of people do think Aamorims will be sacked if he loses the final. I just wanted to get your feel where you guys stand. I think if we win or lose, both way, but it's not papering over the cracks. Win, lose, or whatever. For me, I blame the owners. I blame the incompetence of the Glazers and Ineos for where Manchester United finished. Yeah, that's where I see it, people. That's where I see it. And what's the point of going to Champions League? What's the obsession with the Champions League when we get embarrassed? Do you remember the last time we even went to quarters or even the last 16? I don't. We get knocked out, no problem. So yeah. Yeah, people. It is what it is. Let's move on to our last topic before we finish tonight. Man UFC transfers. Sheikh Arian, if you're about, is there any news today about Manchester United? The only transfer news that I'm hearing is that they're saying Onana's not going anywhere. I told the fan base about Onana, mate, even before we bought him. Even before we bought him. Yeah, genuinely. So, like, what do you guys believe about Onana? Steve Bruce, what a legendary captain he was. I don't know. I don't rate much of his football and how he plays football. I think he's a Sean Dyche kind of coach and manager. I don't rate Steve Bruce as a coach. As a captain for Manchester United, what a legend. First time Manchester United won the Premier League after 26 years of not winning the league. He scored 2 headers in injury time against Sheffield Wednesday. Boy, oh boy, that was something else. So legendary captain, Steve Bruce. You know, it feels like another Ten Hag situation. We're at the point where trophy saves the manager job. On fans' side of the fan base, the manager is another manager's out. Yeah, but it's the same thing in it with Manchester United because when you got incompetence, you repeat the same cycles. You repeat the same bullshit. Yeah, an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Big up to Sheikh Arian, Chief of the United Real Therapy. Big up to him. He's here with a quote. Manchester United coach Ruben has given his full backing to sign Samenia, even though Bournemouth are demanding 65 million for the forward. That's crazy. That is crazy. There are better players, better wide players than him, me personally. I do like Samenia, but 65 million needs to lay off the pipe. He's not worth 65 million. Marcus Rashford will be able to leave Manchester United for 40 million. This is a sources in the Telegraph. Okay. We got him for free. He didn't cost the club anything. And if you make 40 million, yeah, that sounds about right. Folks are not even interested in going to the competitive. Some of these fans are talking about money for the Champions League, not the competition. Wow, Windy. It's crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. It's called Ineos vacation and Glazonomics, isn't it? They're being infected by this shit. That's why it's conditioning, isn't it? It comes from the top and people accept it. Accept it. I don't. I don't trust a word the Glazers or Ineos say. I want them both out of this football club. Yep. This is what we've been doing. This is what happens. Incompetence. Rashford is 40 million. Yeah, maybe. Manchester United expected Rashford to move abroad this summer and have no intention of ingraining him into the squad. No, it's done anyway. It's done. Rashford needs to go and leave. He's the he needs to go and live in Spain, man. Learn a new language, new culture. Rashford's prepared to take a wage cut salary, which could restrict him a handful of potential suitors in the summer. Aston Villa are still undecided about whether to trigger 40 million option to Marcus Rashford and loan, to make his loan move permanent. Yeah, man. I wish him all the best. Take care, Rashford. Have a good career. So he's still young enough to go and have a really good career. Kudia Dilap Barcola would transform this attack. Wow. Barcola. I don't think Barcola would ever want to come to Manchester United. Patrick, if Sir Alex was coaching right now, he'll probably end up in jail. You know how many of these players I saw cry because he gave them the hairdryer, throwing boots. Yeah. He was evil. Rando Fernandez has become one of Real Madrid's priorities. He's at 50 million euros release clause from Benfica. Manchester United will retain 18 million buyout option that expires in December 21st. Okay. Real Madrid are the biggest concern for Deal United, but the player has made it clear he does not want to return to England. Why would you want to come back to this hellhole? Go to football clubs that are competing for big trophies. Yeah. Liverpool are targeting Thomas Araujo. They missed out on Dean Holson. The Benfica centre back has 80 million release clause. It's interest from United, Chelsea. Of course, United are always linked with every transfer window, summer transfer window. Manchester United linked with 200 players. 200 players. But yeah, the thing that I saw was that Wits is going to Manchester City, but he also met with Liverpool representatives, and Reinders is going to Man City or Liverpool. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That is huge. You know, two top players. But Wits is not worth 130 million. No chance. Tell Bayer Leverkusen stop smoking what they're smoking. Inter Milan are targeting a move to sign Joshua Zirkzee from Manchester United this summer. It's interesting, Zirkzee. He's constantly been linked with the move back to Italy. Interesting. Sean Dyche here chatting shit. If I was there, if I went there and played my way, I reckon we'd win more games. What's your way, Sean? Did you explain to people what your way is? That's what I'm saying to you. Explain to people to your way. What's your way? Have they, though, genuinely, have they died down? I genuinely have not noticed. But it's interesting that you've noticed. That might be true. But genuinely, I haven't noticed. Every day I wake up and Manchester United linked to a new player. Yeah, he's a good player. But 100-something million by Leverkusen, lay off the pipe, man. What are they smoking up there? Yeah, of course City will rebuild, yeah. And they'll be back targeting next season to try to compete for the league title and the Champions League. Liverpool will do exactly the same. Arsenal, I expect Arsenal to improve. Yeah. Maybe Daesh with his football would have sent us down to the Championship, man. I would have taken that. You know, because that's the whole game that I'm a believer is that if we went down to the Championship, I don't think we'll be making the most money. And the Glazers and Ineos, Vultures, might just go, fuck it. That's my only hope, people. My only hope. At least we'll have a bench. I don't rate any of them, but at least we would have a bench. At least what are options of the bench? Yeah, I can't really hate any clubs anymore, really, genuinely, because Manchester United play. We've got Glazers and Ineos who play against us every week. How can we go into a fight and be competitive when we got both arms tied behind our backs as fan base? I just don't see it. But anyway, people, you've had me for an hour. Please keep smashing the likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I've sat here and chatted to you lot, and it's past midnight. 4D chest, Nuruddin, 4D chest. Yeah, so what? So what? It don't matter. They gave him these contracts. Nobody. Marcus Rashford did not put a gun to Manchester United heads, the Glazers heads, and say, pay me that money. They paid him. 100%. Can't worry about any rivals. I understand your passion. Big up to you, 11 Music. But yeah, at this moment in time, our rivals are West Ham. They're Ipswich, who are going to get relegated. Southampton and Leicester. West Ham, Spurs. Those teams in and around us. 100%. Yeah. But yeah. The road is slow. I fundamentally believe that Manchester United is a toxic football club because of the owners and because of Ineos. And unless they both go, I don't see anything changing anytime soon. I've never known a club to make so much cuts and to improve from that. Football, you need to pump some money. Obviously, with that money, you're gonna need people who know what they're doing in terms of recruitment. And we don't have that. And also, they have to be very ambitious. Look at the Nottingham Forest owner. Look at the Greek guy. Look at that guy. And by the way, I hope that striker on 1 year, I really hope he's all right. I've not seen any latest news about him, but apparently he was in an induced coma. So solidarity and love to him, and I hope that he's all right. But that's what I always said, Skanda. I've said this before. If you got a Liverpool fan, a Man City fan into a room, a Leeds fan, an Arsenal fan, a Chelsea fan, a Spurs fan, you know, if you got all of our rivals into a room and you said to them, what is the worst? How do you bring about the downfall of Manchester United from where we were before the Glazers came? You could not have come up with a better plan than the Glazers and now Ineos. You could not have come up with a better plan. And that's where we are. We've got owners who play against us. Your owners determine, the ambitious of the owners, people with the money, determine where the football club is. They set the strategy. They set the vision, the goal to achieve. But no, like majority of sheep, I get caught up in it as well. I can be sheep sometimes as well. I'm like the manager, meh. It's not, it's the owners. They're the people who own the football club and who are in charge of the football club. So yeah, from next season, I can never sing 20 times Manchester United anymore because Liverpool have got 20. The reason why I used to love singing that song because nobody else had 20 league titles. Now I can't. I won't be able to sing it. So it is what it is, people. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Qatar will come. Just wait. Daniel, have you got some vision? Have you got some sort of like magic into the future, man? Please tell me you have that. Please tell me you have that. The Glazers made Ferguson one of the highest paid managers in world football. That's why I never talked about the Glazers, because he got silenced. Yeah, we hope and pray something changes soon. But it's up to the fans. Can we stop games next season? Can we empty out? If we emptied out 10 games the next season, or even 5 games, something will have to happen. Exactly, Daniel. What's the lottery numbers? Let us all know. But anyway, people, I need to get to bed. I'm working tomorrow. I've got a session. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. But people, please let me know what you think about the Chelsea game. Have you given up on the league? Ruben Aamorims, if he loses his game, do you think he's going to be sacked? Do you think he's going to walk away? Or do you think the club are going to back him and he's going to stay? Transfers. Do you believe the players that we've been linked with were in the market for that level of players? And how many players do you think we need for us to be able to make it to the top, to fight for the top, top 10 finish next season, which is going to be 3.5 months' time? Fergie got exposed by Richard Keys on Being Sport 2 years ago, videos on social media. It is what it is, people. I just remember Fergie papering over the cracks for the Glazers, telling us for years that there's no value in the market, which was an absolute joke, which was hilarious. And one thing I would ask Fergie, where did the 80 million for Ronaldo go? Where did that go, Fergie? Where did the 80 million for Ronaldo go? Where did it go? Was that to help out the Glazers? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, of course. It is what it is, people. Love and light. Look after each other. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Chelsea game. Does the Premier League still matter to you? Do you think if Aamorims loses, do you think we're going to he's gonna walk away, win or lose if he loses, or if he wins? Is it papering over the cracks? And then do you think what type of players do you think the players that we've been linked with are going to change fundamentally anything next season, which is 3.5 months away? Let me know. It's been a pleasure, people. Free Palestine. Luani, the timing is crazy. I have to go to bed, bro, and your internet is waffling, just like Manchester United season. But we'll be back for tomorrow match reaction, and inshallah, we'll see you then. Big up to you. If you can hear me, I'm going to have to go to bed. But free Palestine, free Lebanon, free the Congo, free Sudan, free Tigray, free Haiti, free everybody, man. And free the Manchester 10, free Manchester United from the Ineos and Glazers. Free everybody who's locked up. I don't believe in his Babylon systems. I don't believe in it. Love and light to all of you lot. But yeah. Yeah, big up. I hope we win as well tomorrow. Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. And big up to you, Luani. We'll see you for the match reaction. Hopefully you can make that tomorrow. But yeah. Free the people, free the land. Palestine is our demand, people. F Zionism, stop the genocide, end the apartheid, man. Love and light. Take care, people. Good night. F the Glazers, win, lose or draw. Free Pakistan, 100% as well. Big up. Please smash the like, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed.